Other potential issues are you have excessive noise. So if you do a show interface command and you see things like CRC errors, but you're not seeing collisions, you may have noise on the cable. So this could be a bad cable, somewhere there's a kink in the cable and it's damaged there, or that could be an indication of electromagnetic interference. So there's various things that could be happening there, but usually it's indicative of damaged cables or somehow noise on the electromagnetic interference type noise on the run of the cable itself. Another potential problem you might see is excessive collisions. Now, you're only going to see excessive collisions in environments where you're doing half duplex and you're going off to a hub or a coaxial type scenario, 10 base 2, 10 base 5 within your network. So if you have those and you're still supporting those types of networks, you may still have a TDR, a time domain reflectometer, to find unterminated Ethernet cables or jabbering transceivers in the case of 10 base 5. These type of situations did occur frequently with the bus style connections for Ethernet. Now, generally in shared Ethernet, you shouldn't see any more than 0.1% of the traffic showing up as collisions. If you're seeing more than that, then you really should eliminate those shared connections as much as you can so that you have fewer number of collisions. Now, generally, this isn't something you're going to run into in today's environment since it's very difficult to find even a hub anymore. Most of our users should be running full duplex and they should be connected to switches today. But for those of you who still have shared Ethernet segments out there that you're still supporting, excessive collisions is one of those parts of troubleshooting you need to be aware of and need to look out for. Now, a late collision is a completely different scenario. A late collision is where two devices try talking and they don't hear any noise on the network and then start talking thinking the network is clear. This is only going to happen if you have cable lengths that are too long. If the cable lengths are too long between the repeaters, this is where the late collisions show up. So you need to verify the distance between the host and the endpoint, and the actual switch port that you have isn't above 100 meters in the case of 10 base T or 100 base T cables. Check what type of fiber it is if you want to discover which type of fiber runs you're running and the lengths there. Again, we have that in the previous slides, so you can double check those values. But late collisions are only going to show up in those scenarios, and really it has simply to do with the fact that you have cable runs that are too long. So let's talk about two other issues here, and that would be port access issues, specifically duplex-related issues and speed-related issues. Duplex-related issues occur when there's a difference in the settings of duplex between two devices attached to a switch. If you have one side set to full and the other side set to half, this results in a mismatch. Now, that mismatch is going to make the machine run extremely slow. So if auto negotiation fails and the device reverts, on one side reverts to half duplex and the other side reverts to full duplex during a failure situation, you've got a big problem. You have the same mismatch problem here as well. Now, what's going to happen here is one side is going to expect carrier sense multiple access with collision detection to be on, and the other side is going to expect it to be off. So when you're transmitting and receiving both directions on the full duplex side and not doing that on the other side tends to create a big problem. So any kind of duplex related issues where one side ends up half, the other side ends up full, we're fairly quick to find because the machines tend to run really slow, if at all, when they're set this way. So pretty quick scenario to resolve, but definitely can create problems, and you of course become the hero because you discover that one side's half duplex, one side full duplex, and it's all of a sudden very quick to fix. Set both sides to full duplex. If auto negotiation fails like this, generally recommended just set both sides to full, and you shouldn't have any problems.